Hello guys, how's it going? Hopefully the sound is better. This headphone always has issues with the sound. So let me know if you can hear me. I can't really say clearly because it's a cheap microphone, but let me know if you can hear me at least to the point where you don't want to scratch your ears out more than you usually do. And in the meantime, I'll try to see if I can find this live stream on my phone because YouTube is hiding my channel from me, which is a little bit upsetting, but not unexpected though. Okay, so people can hear me, that's a good thing. Now let me just see if I can find this chat on my phone, because for some reason the PlayStation chat doesn't show. It doesn't want to show super chat, so if someone gives me a super chat I would have no idea about it. And it would be upsetting to find out that people want to donate money to me and I can't even repay them by reading it out. Alright, so with that said, welcome. Managed to put the stream on my phone. Getting a little bit exhausted from this game, I guess. Hopefully I'm almost done playing it. The fact that you have to constantly backtrack to planets you've already been to, and it's kind of ambiguous to point out if you're going the correct way or not, makes this game not that appealing to me, gonna be honest. So someone in the chat asked me about the 1917 film. I have no idea. I don't think I've seen the 1917 film, so not sure I know what you're talking about. Well, haven't made loading screens during the middle of a level like that for quite a while. I think Half-Life used to have them. Yeah, this is a bug. This is what the character is doing. I'm not pressing anything. So, game does have quite a few bugs, at least on the PlayStation version.
The Jedi is here.
Someone lied to me because I asked if there's sound issues, and apparently there are.
Don't let up.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, now I can do it.
No survivors. Shoot it.
Okay. Come on. Mamacita! Let me tell you why you don't get to have human rights. Filthy machine! Do you know what 60 Minutes did? Like, they tried to... Well, not try. They actually made a smear piece on YouTube. And they cherry-picked one of... I think it was... The monkey guy. Well, not turd-flinging monkey. Oh, Naked Ape. Yeah, they took one of Naked Ape's videos where he talks about a sex robot, and they framed it in a way as if it was a real woman. I'm like, wow, 60 Minutes, that is low even for you. For the new couch, I may never run out of salt again after the last election and Trump's in 2020. See, the thing is that I kind of get the vibe that leftists know Trump will win again. They put all of their money on Biden. And Biden has done so many crazy things, like nibbling on his wife's finger, you know, all that stuff, to the point where most people realized, okay, now it's kind of unlikely that he's going to get elected. So then they put all of their faith into this, I guess, impeachment process, and now that doesn't look to work out very well for them. I don't think Naked Ape is doing videos, which is why it's really interesting, because 60 Minutes did get a video from his channel, so...
Enemy approaching. On task. Taking the shot. Find an opening. Get up here. Hurry! Fire! Can't win if he keeps recovering. Just keep slipping.
And another interesting thing with 60 Minutes, making that YouTube slander piece, is that the episode in which they attack YouTube wasn't even scheduled. Like, it was a bonus episode, if you will. I'm trying to get away from these guys because they're annoying, but... Ah, here we go, I found the way. I just want to find the way, guys. I've been here like 10 times before. Just please let me find the way. I don't want to play with you anymore. Just want to finish the game. It's almost like these NPCs are trying to kill me. I don't know if I would buy a sex robot. There's this article showing a guy who stole a $20,000 sex robot, and I'm like, who on earth pays that much? Like, with that money, you can just buy a real woman. I mean, I get why you would have Nick Fuentes on that episode, because Nick Fuentes is actually relevant. But again, like, it was a video where Naked Ape was pointing out that, yes, sex robots do not have any rights. Because there is no difference, in my opinion, between a sex robot and a dildo. It's exactly the same thing. And 60 Minutes took that out of context and made it seem as if he's talking about women, saying that women should have no rights. If I was a journalist professor, I would have a tear in my eye, saying, wow, this level of manipulation, this level of media bias is off the charts. 60 Minutes, yes.
Get him already.
Attacking the enemy.
Meh.
Resistance not forecasted.
Move up already.
Oops.
Jedi has exited fight location.
If you buy a robot, you can keep it. Oh, by the way, do you know they actually installed a consent form for like the sex robot they're making? Which really goes to show that
On target. Can't lose, can we?
it's not really a robot. Like all of the things that they're doing is really not up to be sold to the public. Because if you have a product that's willing to be sold to the public, you would do everything that the consumer wants you to do. Right? Like if the consumer requests a robot that, I don't know, sucks your dick, you'll build a robot that sucks their dick, yeah? But these people are like, oh no. This robot apparently can consent, and if it asks you to stop and you keep going, it goes limp. And I'm thinking, you do realize there are people that have a fetish with that, like...
Found the target.
Of course robots cannot consent. And another thing, like, it really annoys me that they're being called robots.
Annoying adversary.
They're not intelligent in any way.
I'll defeat you.
Mind helping me out?
Man, if I had money to buy a sex robot, I would retire from being a YouTuber. It's expensive, you know. So, how on earth can I go there? Can I make the jump? Up. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, they should have a sex robot that screams in horror. I bet that would actually be sold. I'm realizing that my neighbors can actually hear what I'm talking about, and then I might
Sorry,
think
are you
that
there?
I got
I'm almost
insane,
at Shadowlands.
and I'm
Direct
talking
will
to
walk.
myself about sex
Bob
robots.
managed to take one out in the escape.
Is he with you?
No, not anymore. We can talk about it when you get here.
So AT-AT, armor transport, Imperial Walker. That's a lot better. Quadrupedal multiple troop transport deployed on heavy ground force assault. You know, like I kind of get what Arch is saying. Like all of these things look really cool, but they're so impractical. Unlike Warhammer 40k, where most things are just things that work and they're practical. Shit. Oh my god, I got so excited that I rushed in. Come on. Why isn't he climbing? Oh. I think I forgot the button to press. God damn it. Yeah, there is absolutely... You know what really annoys me about this whole conversation about sex robots? Is that people do not apply the same to dildos. Like, there is literally no difference between a dildo and a sex robot. The only... Like, if you talk about objectification, what can be more objectifying than... You don't even need the man, you just need that body part. You know, like, it's highly degrading, but I don't mind because it's capitalism. You know, if it's what gets women off, then fine. Yeah, that is a goat. The bane of all existence in the entire Star Wars galaxy. The goat. I don't think my neighbors, which are very old people, even know what the chat is. So anyway, yeah, I've been looking at the... yeah, they do know English. I think they're university professors at med school. Like, this entire building is filled with them. Been looking at Twitter to see how people are upset about labor, and yeah, I mean...
Resolved adversary's locale.
Have to slip up. You, get up here.
It is quite surprising to see how they reacted to this. Like, surely they must have known, you would think, because there's been so many surveys and polls that showed labor in the decline, and it's not only that, it's obvious like why labor didn't even consider
last one standing.
having snap elections, and they were pretty much forced to do it. Oh, apparently if I were... see, it depends, like, most people don't understand what a doctor is, because there's different stages of a doctor's medical career. When you finish university, you're pretty much like the trash. When you're called a scrub. Patients call you doctor, nurses call you doctor, but in reality...
What are you doing here?
A nurse will probably know more than you because she's got more experience. She's probably been working there for 30 years while you just stepped out of the med school. So that is one thing, and you're not going to earn that much in the beginning.
Enough, set down me.
Shit.
Now, BD.
Paratrooper Commander, wow. The most annoying thing is that when you go into the hospital like that, right, you just finished med school, and pretty much like your whole job is going to be to file paperwork, especially if you work in a public hospital.
Hey, BD, let's go.
But as I mentioned, like the nurses, they've been working there for 10, 20, 30 years, and they definitely have more experience than you. And there always comes a time when you know that you're right and they're in the wrong, and you have to tell them that no, they're wrong. And it's really annoying because you have to doubt yourself. No, using a law degree in the United Kingdom is really bad because the Commonwealth legal system is a lot different than one that we use in Romania, so even the principles wouldn't apply properly. Basically, if you want to study law, it's probably the only university where it's not recommended that you leave the country where you started studying. So, if you study French law, you should practice in France, right? German law in Germany, so on and so forth, because, well, there are certain principles which apply universally. You're going to have a hard time. Well, why am I fighting this thing? Shit. I think I should have had my other sword. This one is better for fighting groups. Still does the job though. Yeah, I really hate spiders. I actually have arachnophobia, and what's really annoying is that I had this really plump spider which lived at my parents. And okay, let's see. Wait. Oh god, forgot about it. Right, so my parents have their house next to a forest, and it's infested with spiders. Not inside the house, but like outside. And there was like this massive plump motherfucker, like this gigantic thing of a spider. And every single night, like during the day it would hide, so I couldn't find it to kill it. But during the night, it just went down a spider web in front of the window to my balcony. And I could see it from the bed, and it kept reminding me that, yes, he is there. You know, it's alive. It exists. It was very thick, yeah. Oh, never mind. This is the bad way. Oh. No, I will not play Neon 2. In fact, I don't like playing these types of games on a stream. Because it's kind of difficult for me to focus on the game and talk at the same time. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you try it and you'll see. I would rather much play games like Telltale and story-based games and Life is Tumblr and that type of shit. So I can pay more attention to the chat rather than, you know, focus on completing the game. I don't know if the spider was a pervert, but it definitely liked to suck all the insects that got into its web. No problem, Akasha. Miss Akasha. Is this the way? I think this might be the way. Oh, there we go. I even got a music telling me that this is the way. Ha! Arch released his video where I did the voice acting. I'll have to go see it. Arch is so lucky. Like, YouTube will never get rid of him. It's dumb people like me that decided to go into politics, which are doing really bad. By the way, I wanna really thank you guys. You know, I never do this. I don't usually thank the people who are watching me, but these 68 people in the chat, you're probably my hardcore fans. I really appreciate the fact that
That's what we need.
out of everyone on the platform, you guys decide to
What's that, BD?
to watch me. And I actually recognize your names, by the way. Like, I know who's been here and who talks. I guess it's like one of the privileges of having a small community. Like, I recognize the Jetster, I recognize Joel Cole, I recognize Abaddon, I recognize Sokempupe. You know, like, I know a lot of guys that have been here for quite a while, and, you know, wish I could give more to you guys, but I do appreciate, and hopefully I'll keep entertaining you. I don't watch Sargon's videos religiously, like, believe it or not, I actually talk to the guys. I know what he thinks. Thank you, Tsukino Usagi.
Keep going! We're almost to the Shadowlands!
Yeah, fighting fireflies. You know, I think I'm the luckiest person in the world that I didn't watch Firefly, because everyone is pissed off that it got cancelled. And because I didn't see it, I'm not upset that it got cancelled.
What is that?
Whoa. Oh, it keeps doing damage as it's worrying me. Okay. Ah, and it's unkillable. Okay. Yeah, the fireflies do explode. What on earth are these things? Oh, so they slowly creep in. And...
This whole forest is alive.
Yeah, Firefly is directed by that really progressive movie director, which got ran out of Twitter because I think it was like Avengers. They didn't like his take on Black Widow. Oh my god.
To kill Jedi. Show me your skill.
Behold my skill. Can I push him into the
Is what I wanted.
Yeah, I think I can.
Is running all you do?
Stim here, BD. You're
Kinda
quick.
cool. You can push them in the plants. Can I scan a plant though? Let's see. Up. Yeah, just weed and something.
Very nice.
Do I think the UK will find a cure for BDS? What is BDS? Lightsaber can slice through the jaws if trapped within. If trapped within, strength and creativity may prevail. So the jaw plant is a carnivorous plant found in damp and darkened regions of the Shadowlands. It is known to emit a powerful scent that stimulates hunger receptors in potential targets, luring them closer with the promise of food or as bait. When the prey approaches within range, it is quick snapping jaws will spread closer. Okay. Yeah, you know, like all good shows, especially nowadays, and remakes and reboots, they have absolutely no loyalty to the originals, and they all turn into social justice fests, where it's about fighting oppression and dismantling systems of systemicisms, and it's like, oh god.
Another step.
Yeah, maybe not. Well, it actually managed to surprise me there. What?
You ever seen a place like this before? Me neither.
The new Ghostbuster remake looks good. The Mandalorian is a spin-off that's great. So I guess we got that. I think Ethan Van Sciver was upset because there was a strong and independent woman in Mandalorian. But I think he just doesn't like Asian women. I'm starting to notice a pattern. I liked Rambo. You know, a lot of people don't like it, but I thought it was good. No, I'm on Kashyyyk. The one with the jungles, I guess. Yeah, Baby Yoda was the smartest move ever. Like, Arch Warhammer is bitching about Baby Yoda, and I told Arch, toys. Toys, Arch. That's why Baby Yoda exists. And literally, people love it so much that there are even companies that will get sued for making Baby Yoda. Like, what on earth are they thinking? Seen people on the internet selling Baby Yoda toys while not being affiliated with the Disney franchise in any way. And it's like, you guys, I'm not into rape culture, but you are asking for a lawsuit.
Little help, BD.
Yeah, but Arch isn't on the board of whomever made that show. Like, here's the thing. Most shows, especially ones like The Mandalorian, which get a lot of special effects and stuff, they don't get their budgets from the viewership. So it doesn't really matter if The Mandalorian has high or low views. The way they get their money from is selling toys and selling merchandise. So the more money it gets, the more chances are that it's not going to be pulled off air, and the more money it has for special effects and hiring actors and stuff. So
These trees. I feel the force all around this place.
hold on, I think I can scan this. But is that thing like pushing you in the air or something? Whatever. Let's see what's in the cave first. Oh, okay. It's kind of fun. Really, Alin? That's really interesting.
That's where we're supposed to meet Tarful.
I don't think I ever like put so much emphasis in an election to the point where I would feel like crying because I didn't get my way. To be honest, I generally wouldn't even care about politics if it wouldn't fuck with the entertainment that I have and free speech. Well, I mean, they're kind of connected, you know. Like, I can't see anything edgy anymore because everything needs to be sanitized. Everything is squeaky clean.
Very nice.
A lung plant. So when threatened, it appears larger. Okay.
Nice.
You know, unlike a lot of people from the right, I guess.
Is that? It's him!
So a lot of people from the right are like, oh, this isn't healthy, this can cause addiction, let's get rid of it, let's ban it, meh, meh, meh. And they do this to video games, to, you know, like everything that's not work-related can cause addiction and it's banned. I am of a different mindset. I think people do need entertainment to unwind. Like people who come home from a hard day of work, they definitely need to watch a good movie, play a video game. I think entertainment is very important. And to see how the left is just butchering entertainment. And they're not butchering it, by the way, by necessarily pushing their ideology into it, which does affect it to a degree. No, they're butchering it mostly by hiring incompetent people that lack creativity and don't know what to do. You know, it's just... Yeah, right-wingers would say we should go to church. But, you know, like, people like Andrew Torba, I don't know if they're, like, Christians, but... they are pushing the idea that, you know, because something is obscene, the government should ban it. Which, in my opinion, is like, how about you just have parenting? How about that? I mean, rather than have moral laws, just have like public pressure, you know, like have advocacy groups and stuff. Like, why do people think the government is going to do jack shit is beyond me. Not to mention, like, you give the government an inch, it takes a leg. The moment you tell the government that you wanted to ban things that you find immoral, like, the government will just keep doing it. Why would they ever stop? Yeah, I know that's, like, parenting is not trendy, it's quite scary nowadays. Like, every single time they talk about something concerning children that, you know, isn't good for them, it's usually, oh, this corporation needs to step in, oh, the government needs to step in. It's like, how about just let the parents do their job? Oh, hey, Bob BQ. I should have the guy on a stream sometimes. For those of you who don't know who Bob BQ is, he's the admin of Loot Gamer, which is a website that reviews hentai games. And it's interesting to know about the wisdom from this man, because he knows all about payment processors and how you can work around them. And you know, it's interesting that a lot of things that we have now are due to pornography, believe it or not. You know, people are afraid to talk about porn because it comes with a stigma. But the streaming service, like which you're enjoying right now, watching me play a video game, is actually due to porn. Because cam girls required faster internet access, required a system where they could live chat with the people that would patronize them, and that's how live streaming was made. 2020 has a lot of payment processors booked. Yeah, I saw that. I do think there is a coordinated push against pornography on the internet, and I think most comes from Muslims.
Know, don't you?
Might be wrong, but
Let's see what you found.
yeah, I know porn moves forward a lot of technology, which is why I find it funny when people want to mess with it. It's like you don't realize just how many people watch it. Like it wouldn't be $1 billion industry if no one watched it. Well, it's a necessary evil if you want to put it like that. Yeah, I mean, porn would be perfect for VR. The problem with virtual reality is that a lot of people get sick from playing it. I mean, it's like getting car sick. It's literally the same thing, the same sensation, I mean.
Help, BD!
Some people are affected by it, others aren't.
Door stim! Now, BD!
Ah, they're so annoying.
BD, stim here!
Too much crowd control. I can't heal in the water, I guess. Oh, look, I fell in a rock. Not next to it, but inside it.
BD, I need help!
But
No,
I
BD.
did see what the Japanese are doing regarding VR. And it is quite interesting, I guess. Alright, maybe not. I don't know the technical name for it, but the goat right now has all my focus. Too much crowd control. Hey, Captain Ovidio, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, it's what Alin Barber said. It's not just it's an essential biological thing. Um, it's primordial, I guess. You know, it's like food. So even before, like, people are like, oh my god, the internet. Well, before the internet, you had books. You literally had like porn novels and stuff. Funny enough, most women were the ones that would read it. And then you had statues, and you know, it's mostly the Abrahamic religions that was against them. In fact, I wouldn't even say Islam was against it. Like, hell, Islam had sex slaves, so... No, I don't know if they would consider, like, people consider sex slaves to be pornography, I don't know. Is Baby Yoda in this game? Probably not. Would you guys like it if Baby Yoda grows up in The Mandalorian? Yeah, I mean, this is why I don't like the right-wingers. Like, there's so many serious issues you can go for. This is like the least. But I guess they somehow, some people managed to convince themselves that, yeah, this is a huge problem. And my Jews. It's like, oh god. God, another goat. All of these goats are the bane of my existence, an evil incarnate. The funniest thing about it is that you're banking all of your reputation on, you know, like this uphill Don Quixotean battle with the windmills. And you're not going to achieve anything. You're not going to ban it because people have VPNs. And even then, it's still a free speech issue, so. Yes, there are countries that can ban pornography, but they're religious, authoritarian countries. And I think most of them are Muslim nations. Now, they're not banning it perfectly, they're making it difficult for people to have it.
Stim!
Nice. Okay, so let me give you a perfect example why banning porn doesn't work, right? One of the places where you could say is the most secure place on the face of the earth are prisons, right? Not super max, but let's say maximum security prisons. They have porn in there, even though it's illegal. So, if they can't ban it there...
Stim, BD!
Yeah, they got drugs, they got shanks. Banning doesn't work. The only thing banning does is, I guess it doesn't allow it to go... I wouldn't even say mainstream, but it wouldn't let, like, companies be able to do business with it. Like, you wouldn't have Coca-Cola put some tits on its bottle, you know? But other than that, though, it's like banning doesn't really make things go away. Sometimes it makes them worse. You see, like saying ban murder, right? The thing is, like, if it was legal to murder people, let's assume, you still wouldn't have a huge increase, in my opinion. It's something because murder is built into the human psyche that it's immoral. Plus, you'd probably get communities policing themselves. Before the way we do things in the West, people would have an honor culture, right? So, I think like the Vikings would live like this. They had very few. They've had very few laws, and their families would make their own laws. So basically, you kill someone, their family would come and and you know, get their honor killing in return.
Glad you made it. This is Chieftain Tarful.
Oh my God! Finally.
I'm on a mission from Master Eno Cordova. He was looking for a Zepho artifact. Finding it could help save the Jedi.
Cordova found wisdom at the top of the origin tree. You should seek answers there.
It's massive. I don't even know where to start.
Well, you might be able to find a way up through its root system, but most of it's underwater. You'll need this breather.
Yay.
Thank you. What will you all do now?
The only thing we can. Keep fighting.
Good luck. Hope we meet again.
I'm still in my quest to find a single good-looking woman in this game. And so far, I have failed. Well, Sarah, what would you say about amateur porn? Or, you know, the thoughts in Twitch? I would buy DLC with good-looking women. I'm curious if you're going to ever have like dual wielding dual lightsabers. It's okay. But EFAP has bad takes on movies anyway. Hashtag change my mind. I pissed off Rags by dismantling his favorite movie in front of him. I dismantled what was it? Event Horizon. Yeah, I dismantled Event Horizon in front of Rags and explained to him why he likes an objectively bad movie and he should feel bad for it. I've been here. Why am I being taken here again? Yeah, no, seriously, like, I generally hate some of the fans from EFAP. Not all of them, but there are some fans that are so annoying, right? Like, I tell them, look, I enjoyed Rambo, The Last Blood. And they're like, oh, but it's a bad movie. And it's like, yeah, I know the problems with the plot. I understand your complaints, but I had fun enjoying that movie. And they go like, oh, well... oh, you're just liking a bad movie, you're dumb, you should feel bad for yourself. It's like, what the fuck? Oh my god, do you want me to dismantle Event Horizon now? Like, it was a lot easier to do after I watched it. But okay, yeah, guy goes into an uncharted ship, okay? Doesn't know what it is, sees something, the first thing he does is he goes and touches it. Like, he goes towards the iris, which he is told that is some dangerous, you know, new technology thingamajig. And the first thing he does is he goes there and starts poking at it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? There's another scene where the doctor sits in the chair and he aims a gun towards Morpheus, I believe. Whomever that was. Whatever. Right, like, the doctor is sitting in that chair and aiming a gun towards the captain of the ship. And the captain goes like, look, if you miss, you're going to decompressurize the whole ship. And your plan of taking us to hell will fail. So the doctor goes like, oh, what makes you think I'll miss? And before he can finish that line, the black guy comes from outer space banging at the window. And the doctor just shoots at the window, decompressurizing the room and putting into his plan into jeopardy. Yeah, like, there's a lot of things like that if you want to take apart and prove that, okay, there's no logic involved in them. It's just really retarded script acting. Wasn't I here before now?
Not even Tarful could keep them out forever.
No, but here's the thing, right? I don't, well, I can't say I really enjoyed Event Horizon because I wasn't scared by it. It's a horror movie, it's supposed to be scary. It was entertaining, but not one of my favorites. But my point is that you can take most movies apart. Okay, the same way EFAP does. You can take any single movie and you can tear it apart, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not enjoyable. I mean, you are tearing me apart, Lisa. is what I should say to the people from EFAP. Yeah, that's my point. It is absolutely okay to like movies even if they're bad. Okay. But there are people out there that will say, oh no, if you like a bad movie, you're a cretin or something. It's like, no.
Those things give me the creeps.
And, you know, like, just because the movie has some problems with its plot, that doesn't necessarily make it that the overall movie is bad. I mean, the way I view it is like taking a student paper. You know, if it's not an A+, that doesn't mean it's an F. Yeah, I'm not putting it on Mahler, because I know he can acknowledge that people can like a movie even if it's bad. But there are fans of EFAP that if you like a movie that they consider to be bad, they become very angry about it, and I don't understand. Like, what the fuck?
Enemy closing in. We will pursue you. I'm done.
Shit.
He won't stand still. He's recovering. What do we do? Gotta reload. Dive shoot him. Kill him quick. Nope.
Hold on, I'm focusing. Required focus is the guy has a laser rifle.
Watch
Baff,
out.
baff,
That's
baff.
the last of our range support.
Oh my god, I didn't know they even have a line for that.
You don't scare me.
No, but I scare myself. Holy shit, that was good. Like, for example, liking Rambo Last Blood. The fact that I liked Rambo Last Blood, and the reason I liked it is because the guys who made the movie actually did research into how cartels and human traffickers operate. And I thought that's really great, you know? And it's a Rambo movie. I didn't expect there to be some scientific wisdom behind it. It's Rambo killing a bunch of dudes, and I went to the to the cinema in order to see Rambo killing a bunch of dudes. So I was very happy with the movie. I actually like The Grudge. I found it scary at the time when I watched it. I was a lot younger. And the idea that a ghost can just haunt you and, you know, you're nowhere, there's no place that you're safe. Yeah, I really like that. And it was also violent. Holy shit, I got 30 euro. Oh my god, thank you, little sunflower. I really appreciate that. I am struggling financially.
Do you think the Empire would have come
Because
after
Christmas
Kashyyyk
is
so hard
coming,
if we
so...
hadn't intervened? The Jedi are supposed to be symbols of hope, but I led the Inquisition here. Mari and Tarful put their trust in me.
Time to become a Sith, boy.
Them again.
Yeah. When are you going to become a Sith? Goodbye, Abaddon. Fail, Abaddon. Why do people like Abaddon from Warhammer 40k like he keeps failing? It's like you really need to like the underdog. Oh, the Inquisitor is on this planet? What? Shit.
You bore us. Fight me, Jedi.
Running away, running away. Well, what's bad about the first Predator?
What's this?
Is that thing a woman?
Scrap rat playing Jedi. I told the Grand Inquisitor
Wow.
you wouldn't be stupid enough to show your face here again, especially after we wiped out that feeble.
Wow, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. You know, I knew this game had bad looking females, but this one is definitely over the top.
Love it when I'm wrong.
She's attractive to her race. You need to have a racist penis to like her. Whoa.
BD, got something to help me?
Wait, aren't I supposed to go up the tree? Anyway.
Hang on!
Honestly, this game needs more action-packed events like this one. Whoa. This is really cool. Holy shit. Reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog. You could make a really good Sonic game with this type of platformer. Have Sonic run on walls like Prince of Persia. This is really cool. I'm enjoying this. I'm changing my mind about the game again. Whoa, Avatar bullshit.
What is that thing? Trust. I should call. On second thought.
You're not sliding uphill. I think it was sliding downhill. Is that 8 or 9 sisters supposed to be like a Muslim? Tomorrow video is going to be about Muslims, by the way, in the UK. The overtone window is changing. Like, someone had the audacity to suggest that Muslim jet fighter pilots shouldn't wear a burqa. And everyone was like, how can you say that? It almost like he came out saying something like, you know, he sacrificed the baby to Cthulhu. Hey, Vatsock. Really, the creators of Disco Elysium promoting communism, like, to me, it felt like they were really woke. Especially when it came about representing other ideologies, like the way they represented racism in their game, and the way they represented like the middle ground, the moralist view. It boggles the mind that they would promote communism. It's not that I don't believe it, but it's just weird. The thing that really boggles my mind about Muslim women that are jet fighter pilots is, well, let's see how they dress in the Middle East. And it's like, oh, there are no Muslim female jet fighter pilots in the Middle East. I see. Basically, either they're such firm believers to the point where, you know, like they would never take the hijab in public. And if they're such firm believers, then they wouldn't be jet fighter pilots either, because the Quran doesn't allow for women to be jet fighter pilots. Or they are a little bit more libertarian when it comes to their beliefs, in which case they can take the hijab off when they're flying the jet fighter pilot, the jet fighter, sorry. Oh my god, the spiders are dominating. Oh, spider engot. Okay.
I need a stim, BD.
What the fuck? It's the entire jungle after me. Yeah. Well, I'll end it here because the 1 hour time limit is up. And yeah, I mean, if the Elysium developers are communists, they made a fun game. The only problem with Elysium is that you can really exploit the game. Basically, every time you fail a check, you can Alt F4, reload the game, and you can take the check again, and that kind of removes some of the fun for me. And also, you don't really... the ending of the game was a little bit meh. I'm not going to give spoilers. And it doesn't make that much of a difference, like if you play a smart cop or you play an muscular cop. Like throughout the game, you basically get so much XP that by the end you can round up your character and have him do pretty much everything. So, but okay, right? No, I'll tell you like the reason that I didn't like the game. All right, so major spoilers. If you want to play the game, please leave now. The reason I don't like it is that I was playing so well. I was running circles around that communist leader. I had those boys, whatever their name was, I forgot, but I had them in the palm of my hand. I was really good at cracking the case, and then the game tells you, oh no, that girl, that lesbian girl that you thought, no, she's not guilty, she's completely innocent. And then it's like this random guy who did it that you don't even get to meet throughout the entire game, and you know, like there's no way you could have figured out that it's him. Um, and in order to find him, you even have to do like this really stupid check about feeling the wind or some shit. And it's like, it's just so bad, you know? It's just so bad. Like, just give a proper mystery where you can at least figure out who's responsible for the crime. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I am sick, by the way, which is why thank you for the super chat. You're going to go to buying medicine if this keeps up.